What's going on, folks? And hope we are doing well. My name is David, and I'm your host of this legendary podcast, the D-constructing Topic podcast. Ooh. Oh, we making it happen. Ooh, for sure. We got a little short one out here once again. I got to throw these little, short little kind of motivation, but I just want to touch bases on a little story that happened to me about I'm gonna say like about a month ago, and it's a little kind of scary, and it kind of remind you that a lot of times life is not guaranteed. The next day is not guaranteed. So sometimes in the aspect or in the context that a lot of people want to, bring their best version of themselves, become the best version, get to wherever they want to do, get to their goals, whatever it is. I know that we want to take it one day at a time, 1 second at a time, whatever it is that you want to do. But sometimes we kind of remind that sometimes, hey, if you're beginning to start something, start like now. You know what I'm saying? Don't wait up the next day. And let me tell you something, once again, because I got beautiful stories, motivation. We doing something incredible. Trust me. Trust me. Believe in me. Believe in this podcast. Believe in this energy, this positive thing that's going to happen as you listen to this. You got to hit those likes. You got to, help me out here. Make the little comment. Feel free to share because we all got each other. And once again, I've told people from previous shows that I did, and I'm going to have a big one coming up in a couple of months in which I'll be kind of reliving and retelling the story of my car accident where I'm celebrating 20 years of my anniversary, where I'm here to tell that story. Woo, let's go. Let's go. But, hey, I'm here to tell you another story. That's right. So funny, crazy thing. And sometimes in life, sometimes there's things that, there's a thing called freak accidents, meaning that something happened and there are times that people pass away when something crazy happens. You know what I mean? Something that's not normal, right? And what happened to me, and just to give you, an idea of what a little freak accident sometimes, hey, you hear stories where, somebody got hit in the lightning. You know what I mean? And died, And now that does happen. But again, these are little freak accidents that you just don't have any control whatsoever. You just don't have control. And in my case, what happened was I'm in the train as I'm getting off the train stop. For those people that know New York City subways, I love my subway. I ain't going to complain because I don't drive and I depend on the subway, public transportation. But I'll be honest, the New York City subway needs help. Little trains, whatever it is. But hey, I take the train very early in the morning. I'm already taking the train at 4:40 in the morning. Boop, boop. No, it doesn't sound like that. But as I'm getting off, and for those people who have an idea how the public transportation in New York City, if you don't and you don't live in New York City, let's just say that the train has two doors. And when it stops and gets off at the stop that you want to get off, any stop, but in this case, in my stop, normally two doors open. They slide one left, one right, boom. That's it. And a story, keep walking. For once in a while, we get a little malfunction. And what happened to me is that one of the doors open. And, I'm in New York City, and I want people to understand that sometimes a lot of people in New York City, we wire, we moving at the speed of whatever it is. We wire to move. So one of my pet peeves is that when a train is coming, and I see that somebody's like trying to run through the turnstile, running, kind of like, pushing people. And sometimes you say to yourself, man, either you get killed or you could kill somebody. Sadly, that would be a freak accident if the person falls on the platform and get hit by the train, which has happened. That would be a freak accident as well, sadly. But it's just that sometimes in New York City in the morning, people just wire so like we got to get to work. Like if it's the end of the world, you know what I mean? So with me, as the door opens, or at least one of the door opens, my mind is like, okay, I'm walking out the door. Every time a door, I'm walking out. So as I walk out don't know where the door, boom, it closes it on me again, and my book bag is stuck. And I see that I feel like the train just moved like an inch or whatever for 1 second. Because sometimes there's once in a while when you get a train, and for some reason the train goes backwards, maybe it missed a stop, something to that effect. But all I know, that thing went a little bit backwards for 1 second. And let me tell you something. For that 2 seconds, I'm like, what in the world? I'm going to get crushed, you know? So now in New York City, there's these train station that they put these guardrails because sadly there have been a lot of incidents where people get pushed when the train comes. So now there's these guardrails where it kind of would protect that person. But let's see how that works. Let's see if that's going to help. Hoping it does. I'm hoping that people, there's a lot of people that have to be mindful of their environment and what's around. And sometimes, for me, the train platform is like an adventure, and I'm always looking to the back. I'm always trying to stay away from the edge. Always. Because you just never know. One little slip, one little accident, I remember one time I'm in a train station, and I'm in a platform, and the train is coming, right? And I see these two beautiful females, and out of nowhere, a big rat, like the size of a cat, comes out of nowhere, and they jump. And they're already jumpy. Keep in mind the train is coming. Now, good thing they kind of scare the rat, but sometimes there's rat that just be like, what you doing in my platform? You know what I mean? There be rats like that. But once again, we go back to little freak accident. Right there, those two beautiful ladies could have been jumpy. Right now, God knows they were afraid of these rats, because these rats, God knows what they got. Boom, they fall. The train hits them again. It's an adventure, and it's scary to think about, but for those 1 or 2 seconds, I'm like, And I go to the gym, and from there, I normally go to the gym, and there was a little scratch in my side. Well, not even a scratch, but the rubber from the door was like, damn, because that door, it hit me. Like, it pushed me. But then my book bag got stuck. And I'm like, oh, no. I'm trying to push my book bag. I see, the train just back a little bit. Then I'm in the front, and I'm like telling the conductor, I'm like, don't worry, nothing was going to happen to you. It's just a magnet, something with the magnet. I don't know. Malfunction, I don't know. Maybe I heard malfunction or something to that effect, but nothing was going to happen. Oh, that's nice to know. Of course, I'm here to do this podcast, but it was a little scary because, once again, I kind of tell people, I've been there, and now there's a lot of people that always, kind of live life like, we only live once. We only live once. Life is short. There's a lot of people that never experienced like a near-death experience. Never been there before. So, hey, if you've been there, amen. And again, it was last week, I come across this beautiful lady in a restaurant, and, we talking, and I'm telling the story about my car accident. And once again, for her brother to be one of those victims in a car accident, it's a reminder that, hey, I'm telling you, sometimes I try to say, well, at least not to try to tell people your life is short, whatever it is. I just tell people, do whatever you got to do and do it now. Don't wait until tomorrow. It's just do it now. You should have been doing everything, whatever it is, do it now. Do it now. When you listen to this podcast, whatever your goal, whatever your ambition, whatever you want to do it now. I'm telling you. Because 20 years ago, I'm telling people about my car accident 20 years ago. Around this time, I knew something was going to happen, but I felt like I needed something. I felt like I needed to elevate myself, but I also was just so down and out and bound. Once again, and I found myself a little bit down and out a couple of weeks ago. There's a lot of emotions, a lot of thinking. There's a lot of things that I want to do, a lot of things that I'm doing. That's why I'm doing this podcast. Hey, listen, podcast, Deconstructing Topic podcast, let's go. And again, you just never know. That was crazy for those 1 or 2 seconds. And then when I went to the gym and I put my head down, because again, I had the third of the rubber of the door. And I'm like telling universe, come on, man. You trying to get me 20 years ago? What are you trying to do now? Because listen, I want to do a lot of things. I am doing a lot of things. That's why I'm doing this podcast once again. Because I'm aiming and I'm on a mission. But once again, to my beautiful people that are listening to this, keep mindful of your surroundings. Don't wait until the next day to make things happen. Start making it happen now. Another lesson again, and you don't want to sound morbid or anything like that. The next day is never guaranteed. That's for sure. Anyways, much love out there. Much love to my audience, my legendary folks out there. This is the Deconstructing Topic Podcast, sending you all the positive love, all that good stuff. And reach out to me. Feel free, hey, David. Whatever it is, feel free to reach out. Once again, like, comment, share. Because together, let's make it happen. I'm out. Peace.